Repeat after me, it's only one rule. I will not lose.
Alright guys, as you've seen the title, we're reacting to a video that's not fun at all. This may trigger people, but like I care, but no I don't. Because in the back of my mind, I've been wanting to make videos about real deal shit. Because real deal shit happened in life. And I understand we come to YouTube to escape realities of life. The problem is you can't escape reality. It's there. And sometimes it smacks you in the face. Like when another unarmed black man gets shot by a cop who claims she thought it was a taser. So that's why I'm making this video. Let's look at this horrific video. Disturbing images are in this video. So I just want to warn you guys now. And after, let's have an illogically logical take on it, you know? And I'll explain that more in detail, you know, after we watch this very, very sad video. Daunte Wright, unfortunately being killed by police.
As I watched the video and listened to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge.
So before I decided to record and make this, I watched the video. I rewatched it. I counted how long you could see that gun in the frame from the body cam. And I personally counted like in 1,000, 2,000, 7 seconds. Now my count may have been fast, may have been slow, but at the very least, it was out for at least 5 seconds, up to 8, you know? So in between 5 and 8, you know? And you're really trying to tell me, and I'm gonna say this, and you can be mad at me, but this stupid bitch has a gun, can't see that gun out of peripherals where she's yelling, I'm gonna tase him. I'm looking directly at the camera. I can see my fucking hand right here. You're trying to tell me she couldn't see the fact that she had a gun. Now, not that I know of that cops' tasers look like guns. Is that the case? Can somebody please let me know if tasers look like guns? Because the tasers I've seen cops use do not fucking look like guns. I'm pretty goddamn sure they don't weigh the fucking same. I'm pretty sure the grip and the handle ain't the fucking same. You're gonna try to tell me you had a taser in your hand? Bitch, are you stupid? Do you really think we believe that? And then that stupid ass police chief at the end, well, you know, sound like, you know, the distress in her voice, and then I really feel like it's an accident. No, then you're just as dumb. You're just trying to cover for her. Can we grow some fucking balls and be like, she fucked up? There's no fucking way she didn't know that was a gun. And if that's your argument, police chief, please show me a taser and her gun and tell me side by side that they weigh the same, that the handles are built the same, and they absolutely look the same. Because if I can see that shit, this is where the body cam is. You can see the gun. She's looking at homeboy. You trying to tell me in her peripheral she couldn't see that was a gun? That logically makes zero fucking sense. Zero. And I'm going to say logically and illogical and logic a lot, because there's a reason why my name is Illogic. When I originally wanted to make a channel, I was going to have logically illogical by Zen Logic, where I take the things that make us illogical and try to put a logical spin on it by removing those elements that make us illogical. Politics, religion, and personal self-belief, personal craze and love for something makes us illogical when somebody says something against it. Know how I know this? Just go back and watch Queen's videos. Go back and watch the MJ videos, even the BTS one. The moment I say something critical about those artists, you super hyper fans jump in my ass as if I'm not entitled to my opinion. You become illogical, not realizing like, hey, you know, he may not think the same as me, but there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all instantly, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Freddie was one of the best performers on stage, or BTS never did this, or Michael never lip synced, or I'm like, I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm entitled to say what I want to say. Get about your feelings and respect the fact and understand a perception. That's the same thing that happens with religion and politics. You say the wrong thing against them, they go off. You look at the Black Lives Matter thing, you look at defunding the police and how people were like, I'm like, whoa, can you tell me how this logically makes any sense that unarmed people keep getting fucking shot? How are you gonna logically explain that to me? Oh, the cop feared for his life. That's their fucking job. You chose a job that's one of the most dangerous jobs on earth. If you're a cop, if you're a firefighter, or you're in the military, you're choosing one of the deadliest positions to work in. And I respect all three of them because I have friends and family in each thing. I respect that. But at the same time, when you take on that job, your number one job responsibility should be the understanding that your life comes second to everybody else's. You're a public servant. You are. When you're a firefighter, for example, and you run into a building, there's a chance you're gonna fucking die. You have your gear and shit on, but this is fucking fire. All right, it's fire. If it lands on your ass, you're done. You're burnt. You're done. But you're risking your life to save the life of somebody else. You might be risking your life to save a cat or a dog, because we've seen videos of that shit. All right, military, same fucking thing. You go overseas or you go wherever they send you, in whatever country you actually live in and defend your country as a military, your life comes second to your country. It does. You're putting your life on the line for the freedoms and people in a country that you may not know. And as a police officer, it's the same exact fucking thing. When you go out, you understand you may enter a situation where you have to protect the innocent and that may cost you your life. That's the job you chose. With that being said, reform is needed on cops. They should be trained to be like, look, and this should be the first thing you should tell them in fucking police academy. If you want this job, understand this first rule. Your life comes second. Do not fire unless it's fired on first. You have a vest, and the chances of the other person having a vest, it's pretty low. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some stats on that, on how many gunfires, shots have been, been exchanged between, cops and criminals, and how many criminals actually have bulletproof vests on compared to cops. But that should be the first thing they tell them in the police academy. Is like, if you can't handle the fact that you are not allowed to shoot on somebody first, you need to walk the fuck up out of this room. That should be the first thing they should tell people in police academy. Because that will eliminate a lot of these problems. And cops need to realize, like, my life comes second. I'm supposed to serve and protect the innocent. I'm not an executioner. I'm not a fucking judge. I'm a person that's supposed to arrest and deliver them to the courts and the prosecutors that will then, dictate the fate of the criminal that I caught. I'm not the one that's supposed to be ending people's fucking lives. And y'all want to be mad at me about that? Go ahead at me. But tell me that's not a logical fucking thought process. I wanted to be a cop. But the thing is, with me, it's like that whole memory test thing, like I got scared of it and I never took a chance on it. But I have friends that are cops and I respect them. I respect fucking cops. I don't respect their unions. I'm in a union. I understand the value of unions because companies and corporations are shit and unions protect you. But the police union, they just protect bad cops. And bad cops intimidate other cops by saying, hey, you snitch on me, I'm not coming when you need backup and you may end up dead. And if you don't believe me, there are stories and reports of cops saying that. They've said it, like I had to keep quiet because if I needed backup, They wouldn't come back me up. Cops are the biggest gang in the world. They're the worst ones when it comes to snitches get stitches. They may fucking try to throw that shit down fucking the throats when they're interrogating people in fucking little interrogation rooms, but they're the ones that believe in that shit the most. You snitch on me and my wrongdoings, and you may end up dead when I show up 2 minutes late. And if you don't believe me, like I said, there's stories out there. That's the only reason why I bring this up. And like, understand, I don't hate cops. I don't. I ain't trying to live in no goddamn city without no fucking cops. I'm not. I want to make sure that they are a nice little presence to keep the fucking jackasses that may want to break into my shit away from my shit. But these fucking cops who do stupid shit like this need to fucking go. They don't need a fucking pension. They don't need a fucking vacation with pay. When you do something that stupid by taking the lives of somebody and in turn cost the city, that police department, and probably even that state money, you need to lose your pension. Because y'all need to realize this. Every time somebody gets shot by a cop, their family fucking sues. The state, the police department settles with them. Guess who's paying that fucking bill? Us, the taxpayers. Unless you're one of those people who ain't paying fucking taxes and you don't give a fuck. But think about that. Think about that logically. Every time that shit happens, when you want to sit there and defend cops and feel like they're justified, and when that family gets paid millions of fucking dollars, just remember that when your check comes, you see all those taxes getting taken out. You just paid that family money because that cop couldn't do their fucking job right. Couldn't hold their fucking horses because somebody decided to fucking fight with them a little bit. Was your life at risk? You're a fucking cop. You're trained. Now, granted, you don't know what these people know, but at the same time, in this video, dude was just trying to get in his car and bounce. Like, I understand he had a warrant. That's what we're being told. But unless that warrant was for him killing somebody and wearing their skin as a fucking jacket, I don't see why you needed to shoot his ass. If his warrant was that bad, I'm pretty sure the cops would have been a little bit more rough with his ass arresting him. Like, the original cop was just being gentle, taking his time, because he knew the dude presumably wasn't that dangerous. But for a reason, dude fucked up and he tried to run. That's his fault. But at the same time, that don't justify the fact that him getting shot. It doesn't. It doesn't. Not unless I missed something in that body cam that there's a cop standing in front of that car, then I get that. Then at that point, you're protecting the lives. You are protecting the life of somebody else. A fellow cop, a fellow person on the earth. But until they say that shit, that bitch fucked up. That makes zero fucking sense to me. That logically makes zero fucking sense. And I damn sure dare you guys to fucking challenge me on that. How is that? You watch that video and think that was justified. I don't give a fuck what that kid did. I don't care if he was a fucking killer. Cops are not supposed to kill people. That ain't their fucking job. He ain't Judge fucking Dredd. None of these cops out here are Judge Dredd. They're not. We have a system for that shit. Cops shouldn't be taking the law in their own hands like that. Feel free to argue me on that shit. Because for all intents and purposes, it was like they say he was reaching for something. All that lady said was, I have my taser. You don't hear her saying he's reaching for a fucking gun. You don't hear that shit. You don't. So this makes zero sense to me. I'm frustrated because on top of this, you had the dude that was in the military that got harassed by cops too. When he was like, I'm in the fucking military, bro. My hands are outside my windows, and he gets maced. This shit's not cool. Cops are bullies. A lot of times they used to be fucking bullied, and they were able to weasel their way into the fucking police department, and they're making every fucking cop out there look bad. Because they got a chip on their fucking shoulder. Because they're fat in fucking high school, and a lot of times they're still fat ass cops. I'm just saying. I know that sounds mean as fuck, but I remember seeing a lot of protests, videos of fat ass cops. I'm like, how in the fuck are you a cop? Shouldn't there be some kind of requirement for you to stay in shape? Like, I feel like if I see a fat cock, I'm gonna kick him in the nuts and take the fuck off because you ain't catching me. Now, not saying fat people can't run, because the NFL and pro sports players prove that these dudes can fucking run, but I don't think cops are out there training like that. I'm sorry, that may seem a little fucking mean, but as a black man in this country, I fear for my life. I do. And here's my history. I don't have no fucking history with cops or the government like that. I don't. I had a warrant before, you know, because I forgot to register my goddamn car. And now I was like early 20s. That was it. That was it. I had a warrant because I didn't take care of that shit. I didn't go back to the court and handle that shit. That's it. Other than that, I have only been in the back of a cop car once. And the only reason why I was in the back of a cop car is because my car ran out of gas. I was walking to the gas station and the cop saw me, picked me up, took me to the gas station. I even sat there and told him, I was like, this is the first time I've been in the back of a fucking police car. And it was uncomfortable as shit. I'm tall. I'm 6'2", man. Them things are fucking cracked. And he was like, well, that's good. Don't ever be in the back of that one again. And we laughed about it. That's the only time. So I don't have no ill will. Have I been profiled by a cop before? Yeah. I've been pulled over for being black. I have. I fucking have. And it's bullshit. But past that, I don't have issues with cops. I just have issues with cops not understanding what their fucking job is. Now, like I said, I haven't been to a police academy. I don't fucking know what they tell them when it comes to protecting themselves compared to, you know, dealing with a criminal. But I feel like it needs to be reformed. I feel like it does. You got a bulletproof vest on. You need to make sure if you're going to shoot somebody that they are actually actively trying to take your fucking life. You need to see that weapon being pointed at you. I feel like once they point at you, you have a right to defend yourself. If you don't see a weapon being pointed at you and you can visibly see that that motherfucker has a gun, why the fuck are you shooting them? Explain that one to me. Anyways, I know I went off on a tangent. It's really sad to see, and he was young, dude was only 20, die in this way. He was wrong. He was in the wrong. Cooperate with the cops. It sucks. Nobody wants to go to jail. But at the same fucking time, is it worth your life? You know, that's for anybody. White, black, Asian, Mexican, gay, straight, whatever the fuck you are. If you're getting pulled over, man, just fucking cooperate. Don't try to be a hero and run away. And if you got warrants and shit, dude, cooperate. Because you don't want to fucking die and get shot. Especially if you have fucking kids. Think about your kids first. Think about your mom and your dad and your friends and your family are going to be in so much sorrow over the fact that you got shot for being a jackass. But that being said, still doesn't make it okay for a cop to shoot somebody who ain't got a goddamn weapon and their life is not in immediate fucking danger. Okay? There's a difference. Fucking difference. There's a dude, I think it was in New Mexico, Mexican dude that had an AR-15 in his car, shot a fucking cop. That motherfucker needs to die. The cops have all the fucking right to shoot his ass, and I feel bad for that fucking cop. Which is also really weird that dudes is like, yeah, I got a gun in the car, and the cop was just nonchalant about it. I don't know if he wasn't black or not. I have no fucking clue. That's weird as fuck to me. I may look at that video too. But, like I said, just act right when cops pull you over, man. It ain't worth your life. It really ain't. It sucks to go to jail. It sucks to deal with police at times, but it's better than being dead. And for fucking cops, chill the fuck out. You got a bulletproof vest on, man. You can't wait a fucking second. That's your job. Your life comes second in that job. You're supposed to risk, you're the person who's supposed to risk your life to save others. You know, if there's a fucking shootout somewhere, you go in and you try to take out the bad guys. Like, you try to save other people's lives. So I figured your life comes second. So I don't know. And this is a rant. I know some of you guys are gonna be pissed off, and we can have a conversation about it because it's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. What do you feel? Do you feel I'm out of line, or do you feel like, logically speaking, that makes sense? Because when you watch this video and you honestly look at it, please tell me you don't think that shit is just fucked up and stupid, that shit had never fucking happened, and her excuse is bullshit, and the excuse that fucking police chief gave is bullshit. Because it fucking was bullshit. She seemed like she didn't really know little. No, don't give me that nonsense, dude. Don't give me that nonsense. I know a gun and a taser do not feel the same or weigh the same. No. It's easy to think, oh my God, that was my taser. Does that sound believable? I'm just asking. All right, with that being said, guys, I'm done. Sorry if I ruined your day, but sometimes you gotta talk about real shit.
Repeat after me, there's only one rule. I will not lose.